Hello, screenwriters, and welcome to Writing for Screens, the Screenwriting Step-by-Step Project, episode 146. My name is Glenn Gers, and I come to you every Monday through Friday, if I can make it, at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to let you look over my shoulder, share my screen as I write a script. And I am doing this in order to teach screenwriting, demystifying the process. A lot of great teachers are showing you how a great script results, but they're not talking about how you get to that, the step-by-step, day-by-day process, the work of actually filling in the blank pages. That's sort of like, oh, well, you just aim over there and see how you do. I'm trying to show you the thing that they don't talk about, which is what it's like to go from an idea to an outline to a scene to a rewrite. It's not the only way to do it. It's not the best way to do it. It's just the way I figured out in a 25-year career writing TV and movies, and I thought it would be helpful to you to watch me walk through it and talk through it as I do it, so that when you're looking at a blank page, you'll say, well, I could try this. You don't have to. It doesn't have to work for you. Everybody has their own way of doing it. But in case some little bits that I'm doing are helpful to you, take those. Throw away the rest. You don't have to watch all of these. You don't have to watch every hour of it. Drop in now and then. See how I'm doing, what I'm doing. Listen to what I'm talking about. If it helps, great. If not, figure out what works for you. Everyone is different. Hello, Maratletoso. Welcome. I'm ready for another session too. Let's get to it. We are cutting. This is my folder of documents, and the main document we're working on right now is the rough draft itself. I have got it down to 84 pages now, but it has to be 60. It has to be 60 or below because it's an hour-long drama pilot script, and the industry basically figures a page a minute, so a 60-minute script should be 60 pages. When I did the rough draft, I didn't worry about how long I was running. I just put down everything I could think of, and now I have to go through and just get rid of a lot of the wasted stuff, the stuff that is repetitive, and also trying to show you the importance of making your sentences clear. Your words matter. And bit by bit, that's what we're going to find out. All right, so let's see what we're doing. I was in the middle of a scene when we stopped yesterday, so I'm just reading through the scene. It's a nice dialogue scene between Norman and Madeline. They have slept together rather impulsively and are now trying to figure out who this other person is. Okay. Actually, this is all pretty good. I'm not going to cut this. There we go. Those two lines were not necessary. Especially, when you're running really long, you have to start really cutting stuff, even stuff that might be good. What a blessing to have too much good stuff. So those lines weren't bad, but I got to get down to 60 pages, and I just got to 83. Yay. This is going to get shorter one day, but not right now. I don't think we need this beat. I do. Make love right away. Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't have to. Wow, now I feel icky. Okay, no, I didn't mean to. I was just... It was great. No, it was great. No, it was great. Yes, I do. I say the lines out loud. It helps me to hear them. This is a lot of bumbling, but I actually know what he's trying to say. It wasn't so terrible that you did it. No. Actually, this was right. It was great. Hello, Jean. Hello, Rachel. I am so glad to see you all here. I am cutting. I am cutting away. This is confusing. It was great. It wasn't so terrible. That's just confusing because what he means here is the sex was great, and what he means here is the action of sleeping with someone irresponsibly was not terrible. Thank you, A. Mine too. This is actually the part where you're actually just like working on the work, on the craft. This is not right, but I'm going to leave it because right now I'm not trying to get it perfect. I'm just trying to get it shorter. In my dead ex-husband's crime scene house. That's good. That's a good line. We both needed to connect. So you do this a lot. I meant when it does happen. Not really a lot. I meant when it does happen, which full disclosure is not really a lot anymore. It tends to start fast and then blow up. And then blow up horribly pretty quickly. Blow up horribly pretty quick is just too hard to say. Hi, Aaron. I meant when it does happen, which full disclosure is not really very often anymore, which is not really a lot anymore. It tends to start fast and then blow up. And then blow up, and then blow up horribly. Blow up horribly, just and then blow up disastrously. Maybe you should start a little slower. Look for the warning. Look for warning signs like, like lit fuses. Maybe start a little slower then. Yeah, maybe start a little slower then. Look for warning signs, for lit fuses ticking. Yeah, that's all we need. No. That's an interesting cut, but in fact, when it does happen, which full disclosure, it tends to start fast, that would be a different meaning. The point is, what she's saying is, she says, so you do this a lot? And he's saying, I meant when it does happen, which is not really a lot. He has to explain that, and then he says why things. Interesting. Not really that much anymore. That much. In fact, we're going to add a couple of. They tend to start fast and then blow up real quick. See, it tends, not really. I meant when it does happen, which full disclosure is not that much anymore. Not really that much anymore. It's not that much anymore. But I want to say they tend to start fast. Tends to start fast and then blow up real fast. Then blow out. Blow up, blow out. They tend to start fast and then blow up kind of disastrously real fast. So, tends to fire and then blow apart, blow up. Disastrously, pretty soon, pretty quickly. Disastrously. They tend to start fast and then blow up. They tend to start fast and then blow up disastrously. Actually, we'll just leave it at that. Well, the thing is the fast. I was thinking about that. They tend to start fast and blow up faster. But blow up in a jiffy. It's I don't think he would. It just doesn't sound right. It sounds too nonchalant. He's confessing something there. Hello, Pedro. Hello, Kirby. And to start fast and then blow out. Blow up. Blow up. Disastrously. That's it. Blow up. They tend to start fast and then blow up. Disastrously. Blow up. Maybe start a little slower. Maybe start a little slower next time. All right, that's good enough for now. I think I just gave up a long time ago on the idea that a relationship could not blow up, because they all have. I think I just gave up a long time ago on the idea that a relationship could not blow up. Yes, maybe. Like I said, I'm not going to get this perfectly here because there's a lot of ways to do it. That sounds very rational. It tends to blow up before you know it. Like I said, this is a confession. This is a casual confession. He's letting things out. Blow-ups are disasters, exactly. Maybe slow down. Maybe slow down next time. Look for lit fuses ticking. Start fast and then blow up. Yeah, like I said, this actually I may rethink in many ways. This is just cutting. Because he's kind of saying the same thing twice here. I just stopped worrying about it. Figured. Plunge in, hang on, and try to enjoy the parts that feel like a romantic comedy before you get to the inevitable horror movie. That's the good line. See, this is so good that I probably don't want to do this here. So, but that's for another day. Madeline. Okay, this is interesting. This is one of those things, like I said, Madeline serves the eggs up onto a plate and then sets it on the table near him. Do we really need to know every step of that way? There we go. That's better. So what am I? Oh, see, I think he already sat down. Wait a second. Wait a second. It's saying he sits down here. But I think... Oh, no, he hasn't sat down. All right. Cool. In that case, she doesn't set it on the table in front of him. She sets the plate sets a plate of eggs on the table. So what am I? He sits obviously at the table, Glenn. And then we get that out of there. That's too much. To his lips. Okay. Hello, Natasha. Yeah, except we haven't said that there's a table. I mean, there is a table, but we haven't said it. So serves the eggs. Also, I can't help it, but a part of me thinks serves the eggs. I just think of her like tossing them up in tennis and hitting it with a racket. All right. Boom. Okay, maybe crazy. Maybe not. maybe not. That's it. Because he was saying that she was different from the crazy women. So, which, by the way, just to point out, he's wrong about the women. They're not crazy. He's just difficult and judgmental. Okay. Hello, Wolf Powers. Welcome. Glad to see you here. He put the poison in George's food. The killer. The serial killer. That was George's food. That's good. Okay. I'm not going to add this now. It's an interesting idea. We do need something in there. Don't need that. This is nice. This was nice. Thank you. I kind of forgot about the serial killer and everything. I kind of forgot about the serial killer and everything. All right, I have to read this because I don't remember what this scene is. So in order to cut it, I got to read it. No calls yet. No emails from Hulu yet, except telling me what's on every week. All right. I have a feeling we don't need this. I have feelings. I'm just like... See, I know what this means, but I don't think anyone else will. I don't even know. No, I'm not. In shock, maybe. Denial. Okay. So why leave? So why did you leave? Yeah, that's all right. So why did you leave? I'm just cutting here, cutting. Let's see. All of us did drugs. Everyone, we all did drugs. We all did drugs. Worse. I mean, yeah, but worse. All right. Uh, kind of awesome. Inspirational awesome. Everybody did. George was drugs. George was a drug. There we go. What's this about? There we go. Okay. Thoughts on Paddy Chayevsky. Paddy Chayevsky wrote some of the greatest screenplays ever. However, they can be hard to take. Some work better than others for me. I mean, Network is unbelievable. The Americanization of Emily is phenomenal. The Hospital has got some really brilliant parts and some parts that are kind of just, it's a weird script, but got some amazing, brilliant moments. Chavsky was unbelievable. Altered States, not entirely his fault, but truly, even if the director hadn't been working at odds with him, it would not have worked. He was great. Paddy Chayevsky is incredible, but just like anyone who's a really distinctive artist, you can't entirely be him. You can't just follow he's too distinctly unique. You have to take his lessons and translate them into your own version. He's a dangerous model in that sense. Also, just remember, he only got away with with what he did because of a weird combination of when he worked and his position in the business. And even then, it was very hard. Most of the time, you don't get somebody who gets the support. Very rarely does an artist get to do what they want in Hollywood. You have to have a combination of, they have to have been successful in some way so that everyone was like, oh, great. And also, the times were right, and he was working at the right place because he was working mostly for United Artists and for other producers and companies that gave him the final cut that he demanded. Most of the time, you can't get that. And if you can't get that, you can't take these incredible risks like he took. Yes, Marty is lovely. It's very stagey, but it's great. Been here a while, just doing some other things. That's okay, Larry. You're allowed. Don't worry about it. For those of you who don't know, let me just type up a quick network. Here we go. So these okay. These two are well worth watching. The only problem is you can't do what he did. You can't. First of all, no one will let you. But second of all, it was a weird moment when theater, like his work is unnatural. It's way theatrical. It's way literary, and so therefore, it's like Jackson Pollock. Okay, that's a good example. Once Jackson Pollock did Jackson Pollock, you couldn't do Jackson Pollock. He had already done it. You can take a lot of the energy and brilliance and theatricality and wordiness of Paddy Chayevsky's best scripts and try to make your own version of that, but you can't do what he did, which is fine. That's great. That is, that's totally cool. George C. Scott, how amazingly cool if that's what you're talking about. Anyway, love to hear more about that, Gene. Yes, well, first of all, in the sense that every, yeah, definitely, any news thing is going to have a little bit of network in it, but I wouldn't say it's inspired by. I mean, Sorkin to a certain extent was inspired by Chavsky, also stylistically. Long, wordy speeches, lots of, but actually Sorkin is also very influenced by Mamet, interestingly enough, which you wouldn't think because Mamet writes very short, spare things and Sorkin writes long, speechy things. However, the newsroom was, there's a speech in the newsroom that's impressive, but that's just a speech. It's not. No. Network is the story of network politics and the cheapening, everything that has happened since the 1970s on TV was dramatized in Network. The newsroom has a little element of that, but it's more about the struggle, the interpersonal struggles within the newsroom. It's sort of like the White House for the West Wing. It's the idealistic character in a compromised world. So inspired, yes. In the tradition of, not really. Oh, okay. Cool. I thought George C. Scott was the lead in the Paddy Chayevsky movie, The Hospital, that I mentioned before. So I thought you were talking about that. The Hospital is a very disturbing movie with a lot of weird, disturbing things in it, but it's also got some brilliant things in it. Okay. I don't think this is going to work, but Brit Ward, you're either going musical or you're going Mamet. Mamet's another one. You can't really do their thing and just be an imitator of them. On the other hand, you can learn so much about the power of character as expressed through dramatic dialogue. That's the essential thing with Mamet. The way that dialogue is action. The way that that frankly, not always with Chayevsky. Sometimes with Chayevsky, dialogue is essay. I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore. Yes, indeed. Hi, I write. Well, when you type it, it will really help. This is a good thing. I really like this. If you can transfer forms, if you can handwrite it and then type it, I can't stand to write that slowly as I handwrite, and my hand actually hurts. But the cool thing is the activity of typing it into a different visual form, into an actual typed form, is going to be really helpful. And if you don't have enough dialogue, you can always add more. Thank you. I did too. It's really interesting that how much that concept of dramatic action really people don't understand. People understand how much that runs the world. No, you can't do imitation Mamet without just seeming like imitation Mamet, just like Jackson Pollock. Hi, Matthew. Okay. You know what? We don't need this. Cut. I like this, but I don't know where it goes, so I believe I have some spare parts here. In the outline, I keep a section down at the bottom, way at the bottom, called spare parts. Oh, it doesn't seem to be here. I guess I used them all up. Let me see. Or is this... Huh. Okay. Yeah. So at the bottom of the outline, I just write spare parts. And there we go. That's just a good line, but it's not right. Okay, good. Cuts. I feel a little better now about the scene. Still long, but... yeah, I'm going to leave that. Definitely don't need this. Too much. Okay, This is not the time. We've already talked about this. This is just going to go. Oh, look, we're going to cut. Okay, this goes in, let's see, where is this? Let's find this. Culture? I'm going to try and find, there was a speech he already had. Yeah, see, here it is. I'm writing a book about online culture. That's what, in the culture. So let's add right there. Okay, now we can go back to diner. Boom. Okay. Oh, we're gonna cut here. This is just. This is just a weird thing. We're just cutting it. It was actually, my problem is, and this always happens, there was actually the seed of a very funny exchange of dialogue there. You know, actually, I'm going to put it in spare parts. See? Okay. Oh, what you doing there? Okay. Okay, this is going back here. Outline. Seriously? Okay, spare parts. Boom. Okay. Put it there. This is wrong. All right. That's okay. That's okay. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Cutting, cutting, cutting. Seem upset. Don't need fairly crappy. You don't have to. See, this is all the right stuff. This is about how she's upset. Yeah, get rid of this. Seriously? Surprisingly. Okay. You guys all still with me? Cutting. We're down to page 82. This is now we're talking. This is just not right. I'm just trying to think of where this does go if it doesn't go here. That's the trick. I'm down to 82 pages. Yeah, it's just another spare part. I don't think we need it. Spare parts. All right. I've been pushed out of my own life. My life was an airplane. I've heard about that Robert Olin Butler thing. Yeah, he like wrote a novel, right? And he just like said, "Here, watch while I do it." That's cool. He's an interesting writer. Okay. Okay, here's the thing about this speech. You kind of, I feel like I've been pushed out of my own life, like it was an airplane. I was doing fine. They didn't even have the fasten seatbelt sign on. All of a sudden, boom. Parachute. I'm outside. I'm falling. Okay. It just seems like you get on a plane, okay, it's a little wordy, but at least it's getting clearer. All right, I'm not going to mess with this right now. Yeah, exactly. That was the whole point. You never know, and also you just never know. Sometimes later you'll look through the spare parts and you will have totally forgotten them, and then you'll be like, "Oh, that's cool," and then you find a place to put it back in somewhere. That's great. I do spare parts. I even have a whole spare parts folder for just like spare characters and spare descriptions. Just anything I can think of, just the spare parts. On my computer, I just have a spare parts. Yeah. Really? Holy cow, that's so cool. Okay, that's really neat. Huh. I'd love to hear more about that. That's super cool. Okay, now this is all wrong. Boom. Spam risk is calling me. All right, the outline. I'm going to need to go to the outline now because we've gotten to a part where I am going to be completely rewriting this. Let me see where we are here. Xena. Okay. It's in the attic. Okay. There we go. That's what I needed to know. Still have to edit. Editing is fun. It's time consuming, but if you're editing, at least you're working with something. That's really cool. Britt Ward, that is really cool. Yes, spare parts is my writer's junk drawer. Yeah, hold on. Let me just take a second here. Take a look. Oh, actually, interesting. What I actually call it is the scrap pile. Yeah, okay. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, yeah, the scrap pile. I have this thing here. I've got a folder for characters, a folder for themes and ideas, a folder for just stories, one just for dialogue, scenes and bits, just bits of text, like things I wrote that I didn't want to throw away, and then names, men's names, women's names, and last names. Oops, there we go. So you can see, yeah, this is just names. Okay, yeah, so you get the idea. Characters, let's see. Yeah. Oh, a lot of, I have to be careful here. A lot of these are based on real people, and I put their names in there, so we'll just move right along. Okay. After struggling with an ongoing story problem, I finally had a breakthrough earlier today. Yes, that's absolutely true. And also, the more that you have this experience, the more that you have something that's just like completely unsolvable, and then you solve it, that means the next time you run into something completely unsolvable, you say, I'm not terrified here. It's going to be okay. So that's actually, the more you do it, the easier it gets, because you run into fewer problems that are just like, this is impossible. I'll never fix this because I've never run into anything like it before. That's great. Congratulations. That's okay. I'm going to go back and blur it out. Okay. So yeah, actually, we're getting down to the end here. I'm just going to change this to George's attic later. Editing is fun when you're drunk, as long as you save a copy from before you edited, because very often you'll be like, what did I do? Always have an archive. Always make a backup before you start for anything, writing, editing, whatever it is. Don't throw away your original. Don't throw away your drafts. Make a copy and work from there. You never know what you're going to want again later, or even just to look at it and learn where you came from and what you've come to can be very helpful. All right. This is just terrible. So I think I'm going to stop here because I did good. I got down to page 81. Yes, you have to write and write and write. That is true. Auto save. Yes, that's true. But you want to auto save versions. Anyway. Yes, you have to write and write and write and write. And the good thing is, if you feel, if you're writing and writing and you feel like, I don't know what this is, it's not right, it's good, you can put it aside, keep it. Later on, it may be valuable. That's the thing. Don't throw stuff out. Just put it in a nice, organized place where you can look at it later. Don't just pile everything up. That's not going to help. All right. I didn't edit in Google Docs in order to share with the team. Didn't save a version. Luck. that is good. Congratulations. Nice save. All right. So it's Thursday. I am going to stop. I will be here tomorrow, won't I? Let me just check my calendar. Hang on. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I will see you tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be doing more of this or if I'm going to do an Ask Me Anything. All good. See you all tomorrow. Until then, go write something.